So he pivoted in March. His business was 70%, or last year was 70% refis, 30% purchase. That's a scary number going into 2022. So, or going 2023. But this year in March, it was at 70% purchase, 30% refis, which is phenomenal. He's going to share everything right here. Thuan, take it away.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Can you turn the voice up a little bit? Yeah, thank you. So last year, my volume, 95% of my production are refis. But now it's become, most of them are purchased now. So, I mean, I guess everyone here, most everyone here are suffering, right? The market. The purpose of today, I want to share with everyone about me, about the company, and I want all of you to learn something. When you step out of here, you learn something. It's all about learning, right? And just like everyone here, when I start the business, I start the business myself. I did not join any company. I did not work for any company. Basically, I went online, studied, passed the class, take the exam, opened my company without experience, without mentorship. And this was 2007, and I failed. Just like every one of you, I failed. And I failed many times. So I opened my company for 1 year. I worked hard, I tried hard, didn't work out. So I went back to work for a company, for a startup company in Silicon Valley. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure right now most of us are struggling one way or another. We're not doing well. That's normal, right? The market is pretty bad right now. So I'm going to share my story so everyone understands. When I worked for the startup company full-time, I worked on the mortgage part-time. And that is during the 2008, 09, 10, when the rate keeps slowly dropping down. And my goal is helping my client. I worked really hard to help my client. And luckily, during that time, a lot of people refinanced it. 2008, 2009, 2010. And my mortgage business started slowly picking up. I work by myself. I do everything myself. And back then, I make $28,000 a month. So I did really well on mortgage. And as soon as I told my wife that, hey, if I have some help, I can triple my income. But my wife said, why? Why you want to take on more overhead, more responsibility, more headache? You work from home, no overhead. You make good income. Why not? And then I decided I go out there. I open up an office. People help me because I need help. And as soon as I opened the office, my income tripled as expected. The reason is I can bring in the business, but I don't want to have help. I didn't have anyone help me. So with help, I can focus my time on bringing more business, right? And even after I opened my first business my first office in San Jose, I did well for many years. I never wanted to expand. But eventually I saw that Southern California is a big market. It's a good market. So I went down here, opened up an office here. And I failed again. When I opened an office here, every month I lost $10,000. I could not have any clients because in the service business, you know that this is difficult to get the client, right? When you are so far away, how can you bring in the client? How do they know you to come to you, right? So back then there was no social media. And I lost 10,000 a month for 3.5 years. The second office here. The reason is, I have good product, good service, a good brand name, everything good. But you know that nobody know about me back then. And most of the realtor, they want kickback. They said it up front. I say, hey, I like you, I like your rate, I like your service, but why would I give it to you when I give it to someone else? I get paid, right? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So I have to try so hard. I try different way, and finally I hit it. And right now, I am well known here in the Southern California more than Northern California. And my principle is very easy and simple. I care for my client. I let them see it. I work hard. The whole team, everyone work hard, helping the client, and they see it. And the key here is the customer, the client, right? We want to make sure after we close the transaction, they like you, and they will come back to you. We just about 5 years ago, we started expanding to another state, and now we are in 46 states. We expand so fast. And what I do is I learn from my mistake. There's a few principles that I do, and I hope you can learn from my principle. I always solve problems. Yet everyone here have problem right now, right? So if you have a problem and you cannot solve it, you're not going to go anywhere. You're stuck. So if you're stuck, you need to find a solution. You need to do something. And if you cannot solve the problem, you're not going anywhere. So you have to solve the problem. And whatever problem you have right now, you need to aware of it. You need to find a way to solve it. And if you cannot solve it, find someone to help you. Partner with someone. You cannot grow your business if you keep running into problems. I'm 100% right now sure that you want to spend more time on social media. 100% everyone wants to spend more time on social media to get more clients. But many of us find excuse and not going on social media. Many of us are too busy processing loan or doing something. And many of us want to go out there to connect to realtor, right? But then you find excuse and not doing it. I told my loan officer, how many of you actually go out there and meet the realtor, meet the clients? This is our job, right? We need to meet people, build a network, get to know more people. And I told my loan officer, hey, if any one of you can go out there, meet someone, either your client, your past client, or your realtor, 3 times a week. If you do this, in 3 months, you see your production go up. It's so simple. You call your past client and say, hey, we haven't talked for a while. You have time for a drink? Easy. Or invite your realtor, hey, can we sit down, we spend some time together? So easy. And most of us don't do that. I don't know why. So you need to know what is the problem. The problem is we don't have enough clients. We don't have enough loans. And how do we have loans? 2 things right now. Forget about refinance. 2 things, social media and realtor. So if you want to have more clients, do that. Social media and realtors. And most of us are so worried too much about social media. You worry about, do I look good to be on social media? Am I going to say something bad on social media? Don't worry too much. Just be yourself. And you need to expose yourself so that people can see you and you see your weakness. And then that's how you improve. So at Loan Factory, everything I do, I let everyone know. I let my competitor know. There's nothing to hide because that way people can see you, people can give you feedback, and you can get better and better. So do not afraid. Try to make commitment. Your job is not to stay behind door. Your job is to go out there, get to know people, and do social media. So after we expand, we ran into a problem. We expanded to 10 states, but back then there was no social media. So I got into trouble. One of the loan officers used my license to close loan, and then Oregon know that, they took away my license. So it's a mistake. It keep happening. So I'm not perfect, you know. So, and then 9 states, I could not bring in business. There was no social media. So I shut them all down. Only 4 years ago, I expand again. And now I'm in 46 states. And right now we have almost 200 loan officers. And my goal is to have 1,000 loan officers by the end of the year. And I'm not afraid to tell my goal. My goal is to be the #1 mortgage company in America. Even though I'm small now, but I have a big goal. Why not, right? We have to dream big. It's my dream. So that is something about me I want to share with you. Now I spend a little bit to share with you about Loan Factory. And then I will open up for Q&A. I would love any of you can ask me any question you have. Okay. Well, there's a problem with that. We can do a Q&A now. So at the floor, I was talking to some of you, and there's a lot for us to learn. Most of us here are broker owner, right? And we all know that social media is so important. Social media. And we can use social media to roll out production. We bring in more loans. California is a bad state right now because there's not a lot of transaction. There's not a lot of business. And there are so many licenses here. There's so many brokers here. So right now the best state is Texas and Florida and North Carolina. Some of the, row in the state. So as a broker, it is really difficult to get the license in other state because there's too much overhead, too much compliance, too much thing you have to deal with. So my advice is to partner with a company like Loan Factory or Nexel, any company, so that you can originate in more states and you don't have to have any overhead. So for example, you still can keep your business here. You can do business here as normal, but then you can put your license under Loan Factory in another state. Yes.
Do you have a license in Maryland and Virginia?
Yes. Yes. 46 states. So almost everywhere. Yeah. So you can put your license under Loan Factory. You can originate loan in other state. There's no overhead for you. If you have any business, you can close and make more money. So that is one way. Yes.
Can we sign up today?
Yeah, it's online. You go to loanfactory.com and you can see it. Yes.
You can do it as a broker owner?
I'm sorry? Yeah, Georgia. Yeah.
You can do it as a broker owner?
Yeah. Basically, California is a little bit different than the rest of out there. California, we have 2 licensing authority, and it's matter if you are a broker or not. In other states, everyone is loan originator. So you sign up with a company, you work under them. That's all. In other states.
So which social media works for you?
Yeah. Oh, that is Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. Depend on your market though. If you are Indian, you do WeChat. So depend on where you are. If you're Korean or not, it depend on where you are. What is your market? You need to focus on your market. Do not know your strength and weakness. You copy from people. I recommend you learn from other people. What I recommend is pick someone in your community, in your market. pick the top 3 or 5 loan officers that do well and copy from them. Learn everything they do and you do the same. That is the best strategy. And the successful loan officer, they will post like at least 2-3 times a day. So it's the best practice. You need to let people know about you. Now, the reason you are not doing that because you're afraid, right? You're afraid you're not good enough. So you need to change that. Loan Factory want to empower you. Let me give you one example. The loan officer that join Loan Factory, we empower them. We have a problem with here, I don't know why, but so it's been so many years, I built up a great platform. We build our own technology. No other company in America, no other broker or mortgage company can build their own software. We did it. We built our own software. And it's the best platform that we build because it has everything. It's not like landing pad or Arrive, because landing pad or Arrive is just an LOS. What we build is everything. We have LOS, POS, we have CRM, we have pricing engine, we have marketing, we have accounting, we have everything, all in one. So imagine, software the technology is like a weapon. It helps you. It not only helps you process loan, but it helps you with marketing. It helps you to build trust with your clients. It helps you close loan faster. It helps you in every aspect. And my software, my platform is better because so many years, whatever I learn, I build into the software. So let's say I make a mistake. I build into the system so that the mistake will never ever happen again. For example, if your client calls you and say, hey, Thuan, I need a loan for a $1.1 million loan, right? If you turn them away, you say, oh, that's jumbo loan, I cannot help you. That's bad. But the system, when you go in and price it, it will ask you, oh, this is a 2 unit. Then it becomes conforming. It could be 4 unit, then it be, the system will help you, guide you every step of the way. And, our philosophy for the past many years, if we run into any problem, we want to find out why. We don't want to see it happen ever again. So that's how our philosophy. And imagine 2021 when I close, I myself closed 6,600 loans. The entire company, we closed almost 12,000 transactions the whole year. So 1,000 loans that we close a month. That means we have to have double that transaction. And you know that it's always the funnel, right? From lead to prospect to loan. So if we close 1,000 loans a month, we have to have at least 2,000 prospects. We have to have 4,000 or 5,000 leads. It's crazy. The whole thing is crazy. But the bottom line is we are able to make sure the clients are happy. Having a lot of transactions is difficult, but it's not so difficult. The most difficult part is how do you make sure your client is so happy with you and give you 5-star review and come back to you and refer more clients to you. Most of us have a big problem that you try so hard to win one client, but then you lose that client. And you let it happen. You spend so much time to try to win one, but you don't try to spend time to keep the client. So at Loan Factory, we're completely different. We make sure the client is happy with us, and they will not go anywhere. So the secret is we use the software. We do things to show transparency. For example, this is what we call ourselves, do-it-yourself mortgage. So let's say the client heard about Loan Factory, right? They come to our website, they check the rate. We have the pricing engine there. Our pricing engine is the best pricing engine out there because it's so easy to use. It has interface with the consumer. Consumer can check the rate. You can check the rate. We all see the same thing. So the consumer pricing, and this is the LAPA waiver. You heard about LAPA waiver, right? It's so ironic that still there's so many people don't know about it. And most people don't know how to use it for your benefit. Imagine your client come to you, say, hey, Kevin, I will need to check the rate. And you quote them the rate, and then I quote them the rate using my pricing engine. Let's say LLPA waiver. We can get the waiver. So my rate is better than your rate because we can waive the LLPA. So it's easy that I can win the client over your client because you don't have the technology to instantly detect that the client qualifies for LLPA waiver. So my technology better, that's why client come to me because I quote them better rate. It's the same client, right? And even if we use the same technology, our pricing is still better because we have the size. We are bigger, so we can negotiate with the big lender out there to give us better pricing. Your pricing cannot be better than my pricing. More likely it's worse because I negotiate with the top lender out there. You want to work with us, you want us to send loan to you, give us better rate. So we have better rate, we negotiate. So everything I do, I have to be better than my competitor. And our slogan is, we dare you to compare. So we challenge our client to compare. We challenge all of our loan officers to compare. And we challenge our competitor to compare. Everyone. You compare everything from pricing to technology to process to cost to commission, everything. So when you work for a broker, you want to compare. For example, you work for Nexera, eCapital Mortgage, C2 Financial. You should write down everything. Pricing, C2 versus Loan Factory, commission, cost, technology, everything. You should compare. Why not? It's your business. You need to improve your business, your bottom line, right? So you should go with the best. Why stick with the worst? So we have the best rating, over 5,000 5-star review. No other mortgage company in America can have this kind of rating from Google. No other company has this type of rating, perfect 5-star review. And go back to the do-it-yourself mortgage. A typical client of Loan Factory would go to our website, check rate. They can see everything, just like loan officers, just like me. They see everything. They like it, they apply. They upload document. And then, of course, at that point, we will jump in and discuss with them. After that, we create a rate alert. We tell them, hey, every morning we send you a rate alert. You, every morning, check your email. If you like the rate, you click on it, you request the lock rate. So we shift all the responsibility to the consumer, to the client. They do everything. They apply, upload document, they check rate, they monitor the rate, they request us the lock rate, they send us document. So there is no reason why they are complaining because they are the one that hold off the process. They're the one that cause problem, not us. So that is the reason why even though I have so many transactions, I rarely talk to them, but they cannot complain to me. Because I provide them, give them a tour, I empower them, let them do everything themselves, and they enjoy it. A lot of younger generation, they love technology. They want to do it themselves. So this is our platform. We've been building this for so long, and anyone can use it. I don't hold it back. Anyone, try it. You go to just pull up your phone, you can play around with it. You can check rate for your client here. And you can compare all the lender, compare everything. So, like I can go on and go on, but I just want to know that Okay, pricing, I can confidently say that no other brokers out there or lender out there can beat our rate. You can go there and check it, okay? We have good reputation, everyone know about it. Every loan officer that works at Loan Factory, we empower them by creating a website for them under their name. Exactly like this. We empower our loan officers. And the commission, you set your own commission. Just like other brokers. But we keep less than other brokers. We keep less. $5.95 per loans. And $500 processing fee. Very low. The key here is, the reason why we are different is we want to empower all of you. We give you all the tools, the technology. We also give you a free LOA to help you. And the key here is we know that so many of you are struggling. You are doing the wrong thing. You try to do too many things, and when most of the things that you do are not important. You need to focus on one thing only, which is going out there and build a network, build a relationship with realtor and your clients, existing clients. It's kind of ironic that most of us don't even meet your own client, your previous client. Sit down after 3 months, 6 months, sit down with them, have a drink with them, and build a relationship. That is what we want you to do. You should do that. Focus on your existing relationship. Don't try to look for new relationship yet. If you cannot keep and maintain and grow in your existing relationship, we want to empower you. So at Loan Factory, most loan officers don't have to do much. You just need to focus on bringing the client. And as soon as you bring it in, the system, the process, the people will take care of the loan for you, the LOA. So free you up your time. You have time to spend with family. You have time to spend with your realtor and your clients. So that is the end. I want to bring up Jack. He's one of the top loan officers with lender, with the bank, with brokers. He just joined us like less than a month ago, and he has something to share with everyone too. Jack?
Hi everybody, I'm Zach, and I want to know why this man did that much deals compared to everyone else out there. I reached out to him personally. I kept bugging him until he gave me the time to talk to him. And I told him, look, I want to get to your level, and what I need to do to get to your level. Like he was telling me earlier that you want to learn from the best, you gotta just do exactly what they do, right? So I joined, and he is right about the technology, and I'm not saying it because I'm here already. My business has grown since I've been here because my hands are off from production. My hands are off from all the processing, have to worry about my loan assistant, worry about the process that they've done it, because they're doing everything behind me. Just like when I'm sitting here, they're already doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing over there. If my realtor just texts me, if they can't get a hold of me, my LOA texts us in a group, let them know what's going on. They can actually log on to find out what's going on. So the communication with us here is a lot better than anywhere else because we use technology for communication. And there's no other broker. I've sat down with Nexa, I've sat down with C2 Financial, I've sat down, I used to be part of what's called C Financial, which is called Vintage. They're approved with 11 states, and I was running their net branch. But they're just gonna take a small percentage of your loan, and then you have to do everything else. That's what brokers do, right? They're giving you a platform to originate loans. However, they're not helping you produce loans. You're going to go out there, you have to go out there and produce your own. But how could you produce at the level you can if you're always stuck in the office dealing with all the paperwork, communicating with everyone in the party by yourself? You can't. There's no way impossible for you to originate a large amount of loans by you doing everything. And that's what Thuan did. He took that away. Now, I don't know when I'm going to get to this level, but I told him I will get to this level pretty soon.
Thank
And
you.
I did, so I'm licensed not only in California, I went to get my state credentials. I'm licensed in 6 states now. And I can originate in 6 states, and that's not going to stop me from getting licenses in different states.
Thank you, Jack. And we have one loan officer in Texas, closed 19 loans last month, and she's by herself. It's impossible with another company. Only a loan factory when we provide all kind of support like this, then it's possible. Yes?
I have a question. So if you're licensed in 46 states, why would you need to get licensed again?
No, it's the company.
What do you mean?
The company is licensed in 46 states. You still need to get your state credentials.
There's many levels. Company, license, and then individual license.
So the company is licensed. So if you go to, like, you go to NMLS and whichever state you want to get licensed to, some states don't require for you to do an extra 2-4 hours, 3-hour credit. Like, for example, I just got licensed in Wisconsin. All I have to do is just pay them. And I didn't have to do an extra hours. But in the state of Arizona, Florida, Nevada, you still have to do a couple hours extra because their state requires for you to know their legalities and compliance.
Yes.
I tried to get my license from the state of Washington. I went through everything, 6 months, 8 months. And since I was broker, then finally they told me, besides continuing education, take more tests. Then I find out, no, I don't, in order to open a branch, open this, no, I don't.
Very painful.
I just want consumer, so I find out it's a consumer loan.
Yes.
Now I do have my consumer loan, but
So it's very painful to get licensed in other states. Some states are terrible. Washington is one of the most difficult states to get the license. You have to take another exam. So I got licensed in 46 states, so I know. Painful. And I don't want you to suffer like I did. I want to free you up so that you can focus on one important thing, which is bringing the clients. So my goal here is for all of you to learn, to think, to compare, and try to improve your bottom line. Wherever it is, try to grow your production, grow your business. You don't have to join Loan Factory. I'm here to help. You can contact me anytime after today. I would love to answer any question you have. I love to help. I've been doing this so many years. I have so many friends out there. And it's just because I want to help. And like I said, if you have a business right now, it's fine, stay with it. If you're happy, stay with it. But if you want to expand to other states, why not partner with a company, right? You need to partner to solve the problem. Get help. If you cannot solve your own problem, ask someone else to help you. Partner with someone to help you. Yes.
Know your process. I read an article maybe a year or two ago, Scotsman's Guide, I think. How often does your team ask for referrals?
My team,
I read your goal was 2 referrals for every 1 deal.
Yeah. Basically, when I have a client, I value that client 3 times. I know that client will refer at least 2 clients to me. So that's how I value it. Because I'm so confident in our system, our process, we know that the client will be happy. And we know that the value is future referral. The value is not one time. Anyone have questions? You ask me. Yes.
The pricing is like transparent. It's like loan officer was set up with business in other states, let's say not California. The compensation, is it borrower paid then, or is it lender paid?
So it's just like any other brokers out there. Every loan officer can set your own compensation. So you still, like you're running your own business. You set your own compensation.
But don't you have relationships with a bunch of different lenders, right?
Yes.
So your compensation as a company is set.
Yes.
And then
we set a high compensation between company and the lender, so that every loan officer working under Loan Factory can set their own comp.
But is your so with that high compensation that you set, is your pricing still?
You have to go borrow pay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we have to go borrow pay to get that flexibility. With lender pay, you cannot change.
Correct.
And some loan officer want to make more, some loan officer want to make less per loan. So with lender pay, you cannot vary that. So we have to go with borrower pay.
So then in that case, to be competitive for clients, you automatically have to do borrower pay.
Yes, yes, correct, correct. Yes.
You set your compensation.
We allow you to change every 3 months, but it's pretty simple. You set a 200 basis point and you can lower from deal to deal. Easy. Yes.
So if you're quoting rates online to consumers, and how I can't wrap my head around if I have my comp at X and my buddy has it at Y.
Yes.
But you're already offering what the rates are.
Yes.
Online.
So just like all of us here, we are competing against each other, right? All of us here have different comp, different rate provided to the clients. So when you join Loan Factory, it's the same thing. Loan Factory is just like a platform. We're going to have a few thousand loan officers under Loan Factory, and they all make different compensation.
But if I work for Loan Factory and I offer a rate to my client, but they go on your site and they see that rate.
Yeah, that is why we build a website for you under your name. You don't have to tell your client to go to Loan Factory. Let's say you have your own domain name, ABC Mortgage. You approach your client and say, here's my website, go here, check the rate, go here to fill out application. We build that website for you. It's exactly like the main website.
But I still work for Loan Factory.
Yes, correct. Yes.
So if I understand it correctly, follow up to this gentleman's question, all the loans are borrower paid and the rates are exactly the same, whatever we see on your website, you're not gonna.
No, that is different.
The rate is the same, but we have to charge the borrower, they have to pay us separate, correct? All the loans are.
Basically, you are on your own in terms of pricing. You have your own website, you have your own pricing engine. You set the pricing on that, wherever you want to make. You can set a 200 basis point or 100 basis point. It's your choice. And your client go there, check the rate, and it's going to be accurate because we build a technology for you. We build a website for you. We build a pricing engine for you.
Basically, you're saying you take Loan Factory's website and you put it under my name, and I have Loan Factory's website.
It mirror.
My BIPs are built into it.
Yeah, everything built into that. Whatever you want to make, you can build in there. Yes.
I'd like to follow up these gentlemen. Basically, if you're doing a borrower's pay, you have to fight for the amount of commission you're going to earn. Whereas if you have a lender pay, you're guaranteed consistently the same amount to make. So, for example, if I'm working with C2 Finance, I'm consistently, I know where I'm going to be no matter what. So what's the advantage to be working?
You have flexibility. If you work, if you set your comp, I'm sorry?
You still have the same at C2 also?
No. With C2, for example, C2, every lender have a fixed compensation. You cannot change, right?
Yeah.
They have many lenders. This lender, one lender, I don't want to go into the detail here because it might take so much time of everyone. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're basically, I just found out about you. And I asked some friends, you don't know him? Are you kidding? He's famous and everybody knows him. You must be hiding under a rock. Okay? So anyway, so are you set up as a broker or a bank?
Broker.
Okay, so you don't have a banking platform.
We do in correspondent in 4 states and slowly roll it down.
Okay.
So that's,
you have a correspondent channel.
we do have that.
Okay. All right.
4 states, we try to roll out in another 10 states soon. So this is just the beginning. We just start opening up the company only 4 months ago. So you will see the dynamic of it. When we move, we move really fast. You will see all of the changes. Yes.
Keep it simplified. We are brokers here in California. We do our own loans.
Yes.
Got our own shop. However, we want to do loans in other states. So I believe what we're looking for is a sponsorship, as we mentioned earlier, to get loans done in other states without having to be licensed per se. correct?
Yes.
And so we use your brokerage.
Yes.
So have we have
The company has license.
NMLS. I know we have to do NMLS, but he's sponsoring us.
Yes, yes,
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So to keep it simple, we're not really, we actually, you're allowing us to use your platform. to
Yes.
price the loans. However, we can use it here in California, and if we're sponsored by you through NMLS, we can use your sponsorship for those procedures.
correct, 100%. And we don't charge any fee. No monthly fee, no technology fee.
So I didn't have
You don't close anything, you don't lose anything. Period.
A lot of, I mean, what I've noticed is NMLS won't really allow you to work for two companies, though.
They allow that. If within the same state, you cannot. But let's say you go to another state, nobody sponsors you in that state, then Loan Factory can sponsor you. Yeah. Yes.
Are you correspondent with UWM or Rocket TPO?
Rocket TPO. One thing I want to share with you, good question about UWM versus Rocket. Very good thing to talk about. Most of you might like UWM more. But to me, bottom line is both of them are similar, so much similar. A few things that Rocket is so much better. First, no EPO. When I work with Loan Factory, no EPO. Secondly, free extension for 20 days. That's powerful. Free extension for 20 days. Third, the pricing of Rocket, normally, yeah.
So who here uses UWM? Don't be shake, raise your hand. Because I was with UWM about a month ago. Alright, I can tell you right now, and you guys know that they came up with this feature called Control Your Price, 45 bps, right? You only get like 3 or 4 loans in a quarter. Why do you think they did that? To compete with Rocket. Because the pricing with Rocket right now, when I could guarantee this, you go to your UWM portal right now and price the same loan, you'll see the Rocket rate is about 0.5% low.
Check loanfactory.com. I'll price
Think
it.
about it. If you guys were making 200 bps on that loan, you're giving them, let's say, whatever, 6% rate, and your comp is 200. Guess what? When I come in, what I'm going to do, I'm not only going to beat your rate, but I'm still going to make the same compensation. Or make 0.5% more than what you're making. So how could people on that side could compete with us or Rocket, for example, whoever uses Rocket? And it's just not us. Everyone that uses Rocket, they know the pricing is better than UWM.
Yeah, check it out here. UWM versus Rocket. The difference is $1,000. So every day I look at this. I compare.
Let me ask you a question. Wasn't there a little issue that was going on with like a brokerage that and Rocket? Like,
So basically the ultimatum,
wasn't there like something like that? Was that
yeah, the ultimatum, you only work with one of them, not two, period. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to talk to you after this. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I hope that learn something for your business, for your bottom line.